I would like to shout out Tonda for sending me the story via the community app, and shout out to all of my people over there on the community app. We are growing. We are currently, I believe, at 81 people. I hope we can be at 100 by the end of the month, and I think that can definitely be accomplished. And I know that people are enjoying it because they are definitely getting the notifications when they do go out. So shout out to them. I was gonna frame this as a DNU, but I really already know what I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this "What is Going On in New York," because now these stories keep popping up so often that you really have to ask what is going on. So what you have right here is this guy in the middle, because it's more so in the middle, not the two cops that are escorting him, whose name is Khari Covington. And this guy, they called him the subway puncher. Basically, what he's been doing, and according to the article, since last year in August, is going around punching random people on the subway and just fleeing. But they finally caught him recently because, he just got caught slipping. And most of the attacks, according to the article, were against other women. So, we all know about the story with the skateboard. I think that happened not last year, but the year before. Then what recently happened with that woman in Harlem. And now you have this guy right here. All of the men that were involved with this were black men. Two of them we know were against black women. I don't know what the ethnicity of this one is, but I would not be shocked if it was another black woman. But they said that this guy is being held on a $100,000 bail. So basically this guy's just been going around and repeatedly doing this. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article and see what else they talk about. A homeless man charged with a slew of violent attacks on women in the Big Apple was held on a $100,000 bail late Wednesday. Khari Covington, aged 29, was slammed with dozens of charges at his arraignment in Brooklyn Criminal Court for the 9 assaults dating back to August 5th, telling detectives he targeted the women because they were light-skinned, according to a criminal complaint. Wow. So these were not random attacks. He was going after a specific woman because of her skin tone. He said because they were light skinned. Now watch what's going to happen. You probably gonna have them colorists out there, the ones who are probably look like him or complexion wise, and applaud that behavior. I'm willing to bet. This is nothing to applaud. It's not. This guy was committing, at the end of the day, a very violent act because of a woman's skin tone. And notice it was against other women, which makes me believe or question, does he have an infatuation with light-skinned women, but he could not pull a light-skinned woman? That's what I'm being led to believe right now, because he did not target any other woman. He targeted light-skinned women, which means they have melanin, but they were of a certain hue. This gives me also strong incel vibes as well. Don't think that just because he's black, he can't be an incel. There are black incels out there. You just don't hear about them. But I have a feeling this guy's an incel as well. They said he has 9 assaults under his belt dating back to August. And they're just now catching him. And he's homeless. Apparently he's homeless. Most of the attacks took place at a Brooklyn subway station, but at least 2, including the beating of a woman at a Wilson Avenue smoke shop Monday, were above ground. In that caught on video attack, Covington is charged with going behind the counter at a sunflower glass company and pummeled Tina Francisco, who tried in vain to fend him off. I was very scared, Francisco, age 27, told the Post on Wednesday. I guess I put up a fight, but it didn't feel like it at the time. Francisco says she grabbed a pair of dull scissors to fight off her attacker. Police arrested Covington the following day. In all of the attacks, including 2 other earlier this month, Covington allegedly approached the women and punched them without warning. He is charged with 3rd-degree assault as a hate crime in all of the cases, plus additional charges that include harassment, menacing, and burglary. He was also charged with second-degree strangulation in the attack of Francisco. Covington, who was behind bars on a $100,000 cash bail or $150,000 bond, is due back in court on Monday, which, of course, has already passed. Now, here's his mugshot right here. You can see a better clear face picture of him without the mask on. Now, looking at this story, I'm thinking that this story came out recently. This story actually came out in January. It actually came out the day after what happened at the Capitol, so I can see why it did not get a lot of coverage. But I'm still deciding to cover it anyway because, like I said, it's something going, I don't know what is going on in New York as it stands right now. But I'm going to need every woman up there who lives in New York to stay as strapped as they possibly can. I hate that New York has such strict gun laws, but there are workarounds. Have you some mace? Carry a blade, something that can injure this person. Carry a little taser if you can. Get something and protect yourself, because this is absolutely insane. I'm thinking that this story just came out this week. It came out in January. It came out January 7th. And the other part about the charges, that came out the 18th. And I usually don't like to reach back to do like a lot of stories and everything like that, but I feel like this was very important to cover. And it's still fairly recent when you think about it, especially since he's been doing this since August. And the only reason he got caught is because, like they said in the article, he came above ground. He stopped being beneath the street. And I saw an image of the part where he jumped the counter to attack this woman, and just in the thumbnail alone, I even watched the video, you can tell by the blurriness that it was an aggressive attack. And I can see why they hit him with hate crime charges, because his attacks were not random, and he said that he was going after specifically light-skinned women. Yeah, it's something going on in the water supply in New York with some of these males. I can't even call them men. I'm going to say these males, where it's starting to reflect a pattern now. Then of course you had the one that was in New York who shot and killed his mother because she had asked him to get a job and everything like that. It's a lot going on. I don't know what it is, but maybe somebody who followed me in New York can let me know something. I have family up there. I don't live there, but I do have family there, and I have been there. And I can honestly say the times I've been there, I can say that I've never witnessed or heard anything about that happening while I was up there. But then again, that was years ago. It's been a while. But then again, it probably just it didn't get that much coverage. But I'm glad that they caught this guy. They said he was homeless, so that actually made it easier for him to attack and get away, because I'm sure he had places to hide. It's not like he had a house to go back to where they could find an address. Apparently, he didn't have an address, so that would make it harder for them to find. But when he decided to make himself known above ground, like they said, that's when they were able to get a lock on him. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, text the number pinned down in the comments below so you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video.